So autism and anxiety, here are 7 ways that you can cope with that. Hey guys, welcome back to the Aspie World. My name is Dan and I have autism, ADHD, OCD, dyslexia, and I make weekly videos all about this stuff. So if you're new around here and you want to learn more about those things, make sure to hit the subscribe button by clicking that notification bell down below. If you're watching on Facebook, be sure to hit that follow button to see more videos just like this one from me. Guys, what's going on? I have listed out 7 ways, practical ways that you can help lower anxiety and help overcome those things for autistic individuals specifically. Because we as autistic individuals have many co-occurring or comorbid, which means conditions that come alongside it. Some of these are mental health, some of these are neurological, anxiety, depression, stress-related things. And it can be hard to deal with. As an autistic person, you're dealing with many things. You're dealing with the fact that you have, a disadvantage in social situations. You're sometimes a bit more quirky than the average person. And so it's always difficult when you have added stress on top of that. But the last thing you need is more anxiety, right? In this video, I'm giving you 7 coping mechanisms. Now, just before I get into that, guys, if you are wanting to build confidence as an autistic individual and you want to lower your anxiety completely and build energy, I actually teach how to do this. And you can download a free program. It's completely free. It's called the Bulletproof Brain, and I've tailored this for autistic individuals. All right, guys, let's get into it. The first one is practicing deep breathing. Now, I know you've heard this a million times, but there is a reason for it. What I'm saying is that if you feel a little bit anxious, or you're feeling like you're starting to get carried away and you may get anxious, I need you to just breathe in and count 5 seconds as you breathe. Hold your breath for 5 seconds, and then release it whilst counting to 5. You will feel calmer. Very important. The 5-5-5 method, breathing for anxiety for autistic individuals, super effective. Highly recommend it. Number 2 is exercise. Is so good for your mental health because it moves oxygen around the body and it starts to release good, happy hormones, right? And serotonin and dopamine and all of these lovely hormones that help you, and these chemicals that are naturally occurring in the body that help you feel stabilized and more just like kosher in your own skin, rather than feeling like, oh man, I have all this stuff to do and I'm so anxious, and forget all that. You can get yourself to base level, you can get yourself to level 1, and you can feel way better if you just introduce a little bit of exercise into your body. And it helps with deep muscle proprioception, which will help with sensory processing disorder and a lot of different things, especially if you have dyspraxia and sensory processing disorder within your autism diagnosis. Very important. Okay.
Hey, if you are interested in having one-on-one personal coaching by me on your autism and ADHD, then all you need to do is go to the link in the description down below. If you're watching on Instagram, you can just comment the word coaching and I'll DM it to you automatically. Or you can just go to theaspieworld.com/coaching and you can fill out the form and we can start working together. I got lots of requests like this, so I just wanted to put it in this video. Okay, guys.
Number 3 is talk therapy. Autistic people are like, oh, the last thing I want to do is talk to anybody, especially when I'm feeling garbage or I'm anxious. But there's an old saying, a problem shared is a problem halved. And when you verbally say what you're thinking, it takes it out of here and puts it into the realm of real life. And then all of the things that you've said to somebody else, they might come and say, hey, actually, I understand that. And this is a solution. Or maybe you have some feedback, and feedback makes you feel normalized, heard, validated. And it kind of just, okay, I get it. Well, that makes sense. And so talking to somebody, having talk therapy, having a counselor is so important, because you need to shift it. You need to move those things that are making you feel anxious, making you feel, pent up. And if you start shifting it, just moving a little bit, you'll feel so much better. I promise you. Okay, number 4 is reaching out to family and friends. Very similar to talk therapy. However, this is what's called the survival instinct of humans. Now, when baby sheep are born, when baby cows are born, when baby horses are born, they're born and they can get up and start running straight away. And you're like, well, how does it take a human like a year to figure this out? Because that's not our survival technique. That is their survival binary technique. So when they're born with their instant technique for them to survive. They're equipped with the tools they need to survive. And that is to run as fast as they can away from danger. Humans, the first thing we do when we're born is we cry. Why? Because crying is asking for help from our group. And asking for help is our survival tool that we are born with. So never think badly about it, because a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to ask for help, I don't reach out, it's kind of embarrassing. But no, it doesn't mean anything other than, hey, you're using the tool that you were born with to survive. And so it's interesting. We should ask family and friends. Now, also make sure that when you're reaching out to family and friends for help and support, make sure that it's people you trust and you can tell them those things. I'm feeling just because, and they're not going to judge you or make fun of you. Just make sure you choose those people wisely. But it's very, very important. And by doing this, I've noticed a huge change in people when they start to do this. And this is called building your network as well, by the way. This is like your care network. Okay, number 5 is increase your downtime breaks. A lot of people don't take any breaks during the day. They just go hell for leather. And they get up and they take the kids to school and they come home and they work and they get the coffee, then they get dinner ready, then they get the bags packed for school, then they they will watch TV with the kids and they put the kids to bed, then they have a shower, then they brush their teeth, then they have a glass of wine and they go to bed. It's like, well, where's the break? You just overstimulated yourself, gone to bed, overstimulated, probably won't sleep well, and the whole thing starts again at 6 a.m. So take anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes in the day to just catch your breath. Take it easy, just for 5 minutes. That alone will help reset your nervous system, give your brain a little bit of respite, and then you can go and attack the thing. Because what's going to happen is you'll end up in burnout. And yeah, I mean, anxiety that you never get a typical break in is just going to burn you out, dude. Like it's not going to be good. Okay, so number 6 is the removing of any substances. A lot of people self-medicate with different things, okay? And these could be legal or they could be illegal. And I'm not going to state which ones. But if you're using substances, a lot of people use these because they feel like they help. What actually happens is most of these substances that people take, these medications and drugs, if they're not prescribed by a doctor, if they're not prescribed by a medical health care professional, then it could actually have an adverse effect. It could be actually contributing towards your anxiety more so than you could ever think. Because it could be thinking, hey, as a depressant, it helps chill me out. But actually, it could increase paranoia, it could increase anxiety, it could increase fear, negative thoughts, or all kinds of stuff. So if you are using substances to help deal with anxiety, I'd highly recommend going to your doctor and saying, hey, how can I change this? Or how can I get off this? Because I think that's super interesting. Because the more you know about a substance, then the more you're going to be able to use it correctly, right? And this is why the term misuse happens. Okay, number 7, same lines. Maybe ask for medication, right? So many different medications out there for mental health issues. Now, I, for a very long time, never had medication for my mental health issues. And not like I was against it. I just felt like I didn't need it, But then it got to a point in my life where I was so desperate. I was like, what do I do? And my doctor was like, why don't we just try some medication? You just try, you don't have to, And I was like, okay, I tried it and it worked so well for me. And it helped with so many things, including anxiety. Now, look, I'm not telling you to go on prescriptive medication. What I am saying, though, is that it potentially is an option if you've exhausted all the other options and you're still super down. Maybe medication can help. But I'm not a doctor, so go and speak to your healthcare provider, go speak to your healthcare professional, explain it to them, and they would be able to help you and refer you for some talk therapy. Super interesting. If you have anything to add to this that would help the community, drop it in a comment down below. I read every single one. You're amazing. Like this video if you think it's helping people. Thank you for joining me. Peace, and I'll see you next time, guys. Wait, what's going on in my head?
Guys, I wasn't always this confident, and I definitely wasn't always this able. I'm able to hold down having a full-time self-employed job. I have children and a relationship across the Atlantic. How did I do this? I teach all of this in Coping Secrets, which is my entry-level program that everybody can get. You can get it right now for $27. Link is in the description, or you can just go to learnautism.net/coping secrets. I'll make sure that it's linked everywhere in this video and the link in my bio so you can get your hands on it. But honestly, the feedback I got, people love it.